Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmadoo.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today, we're going to take a look at the new legendary duelist that has appeared in Duel World. It is Arkana, and this guy is pretty legit. He was one of those rare card hunters, one of the, definitely runs a magician type of deck build, and it's got a lot of good tricks in it. It could be a pretty tricky deck to go up against. I'm still trying to figure out, just talking with people on Twitter and seeing some of their videos on YouTube and stuff, seeing what kind of methods you can use to farm it. But yeah, that's definitely something that if I were you, I would just go look up some videos on YouTube, see how people are farming, seeing how people are farming this duelist, and hopefully you can maximize your assessment scores and get some of the rewards. So at least what I want to do real fast is just go through some of the rewards that you can get from going up against level 40 Arkana. The first one is the normal spell card, Chosen One. Select one monster card and two non-monster cards from your hand. Your opponent randomly selects one card among them. If it is a monster card, it is special summoned and send the remaining two cards to the graveyard. If not, send all the cards to the graveyard. So, from just a basic odds perspective, you're kind of on the downswing on that one. You really got a 1 out of 3 chance of your opponent selecting the card that you want. But if you pick a high level card, like say a Dark Magician in your hand, and your opponent does select that card, then boom, you get to special summon that Dark Magician right onto the field and not have to worry about any tributes or any other combo plays to make it happen. But you still lose the other two cards. So, I don't know. It's got it's a very situational card where I could see where you would possibly want to use this. At the same time, too, it seems like it seems like the cost really outweighs the benefit in this one. It's just under rare circumstances would this one be really usable. But anyway, it's a card that's floating around. This one's one of the ones. Then getting into the rares, we start off with Thousand Knives, the spell card. You've seen this one. Yami Yugi drops this one at the Legendary Duelist Gate. But it's a spell card where if you control Dark Magician, target one monster your opponent controls and destroy that target. So, yeah, you've seen it before. That's a thing. It's around. So that's one of the cards that you'll see dropped in some of these duels. Then you got Witch Doctor of Chaos. It's a level 2 dark spellcaster flip monster. It's got a 500 attack, 500 defense. When you flip it, you select one monster card from you or your opponent's graveyard and remove it from play. I like this in the sense that now we're seeing a lot of decks being run that thrive from the graveyard. So say, for example, you got those people running those Red Eyes Black Dragon combo plays where they're sending the Red Eyes to the graveyard only to summon it out on the next turn with the Red Eyes Spirit. Depending on how things go, you may have the opportunity to set this card, flip, activate its effect, and remove one of those Red Eyes from your opponent's graveyard. Now, I don't just mean Red Eyes, I can mean just about any card that you don't want coming back out into play. So yeah, Witch Doctor of Chaos does have some pretty good use. Haven't gotten one yet, though. Then you have Maniacal Servant, level 3 spellcaster. This thing is just a little creepy looking, but it's okay. It's spellcaster, 600 attack, 1000 defense. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you can remove from play any number of dark monsters from your graveyard. This monster gains 500 defense for each monster you removed until the end phase. So, I don't know. You could figure out some kind of combo plays to use with this card, but I'm sure that there will be some more use for it later on as more cards are released. Then you have the Stern Mystic. This is one that you also get through Yugi, but it's level 4 spellcaster flip monster. 1500 attack, 1200 defense. When you flip, all face-down cards on the field are turned face-up and then return to their original positions. No card effects are activated when the cards are turned face-up. So this is just a way for you to see exactly what's going on your opponent's side of the field. It kind of gives you some good insight without actually using the mind reader skill that, say, Maximilian Pegasus has, for one of those duelist skills. So yeah, this is a pretty good card. Just depends on what kind of deck you're running. But now let's get into the good stuff. Let's start going into the super rares. The first one you have is Diffusion Wave Motion. It's a spell card, and this card is not treated as a fusion card. You pay 1,000 life points, then target one level 7 or higher spellcaster type monster you control. This turn, only that monster can attack, and it must attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. The effects of effect monsters destroyed by these attacks do not activate it and are negated. So in a sense, this card could be really good if your opponent's really filling the field and they got a lot of effects, like say some Yomi ships when you're going up against the Mako Tsunami deck. Activate this spell card. Have say your Dark Magician going and attacking each of your opponent's monsters. The effect is negated after you destroy that Yomi ship, so it really doesn't matter. You're not going to have your Dark Magician being destroyed. So that's the nice part about the Fusion Wave Motion. It is just, it's a good card. It's a really good card, but it's also one of those where you have to specifically have a level 7 or higher spellcaster type monster. So yeah, that's the one prereq, but you can make it happen with this card. It's pretty darn good regardless. Then you have Mystic Box. This is another one that you could get from Yama-Yugi, but it's available during this event. What this one does is you target one monster your opponent controls and one monster you control. Destroy the first target, then give control of the second target to your opponent. I've seen some pretty good combos with this card. One of which is the, of course, using the Stray Lamb tokens. Activate that spell card. Fill your side of the field with these Lamb tokens. Then activate Mystic Box. Destroy one of your opponent's really strong monsters and give it one of your tokens. So even then, to make it better, you could even switch that token to attack first. So maybe if it's been on the field for a little while, and then you summon a monster in attack position, and then you just attack through the 0 attack Lamb token and inflict some life point damage on top of destroying one of your opponent's strong monsters. So there's some really good combo plays you can run with Mystic Box, and I just love seeing this card. It is one of my favorites in the game right now. It's not one that is heavily used, but in the right situation, it is worth it. Then you got one of the more sought after cards. We got the super rare Anti-Magic Arrows. It's a quick play spell card where at the start of the battle phase, for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, spell and trap cards and their effects cannot be activated. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So, man, this thing really just kind of blows a lot of cards out of the water. And I'm talking when you're saving up to use your mirror wall or something during the battle phase, or your even your enemy controller during the battle phase. This kind of really just keeps all that from happening. This card is just really, really good right now, and it's the kind of card that it seems like players were looking for given the current state of the meta. Anti-Magic Arrows could possibly get a lot of use, and it is one that if you defeat or duel against Arkana 15 times, you do get a copy. So even if you get unlucky and you don't get them as drop rewards, you still get Anti-Magic Arrows, at least one copy of it, if you just meet that requirement. So yeah, you can still make it happen. Then you get Dark Eradicator Warlock. It is a level 7 spellcaster with 2,500 attack and 2,100 defense. Sound familiar? Sounds like Dark Magician. It cannot be normal summoned or set, and must be special summoned from your hand by tributing one Dark Magician, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Each time a normal spell card is activated, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent immediately after it resolves. So if you run a spell-heavy deck where your Dark Magician tends to be on the field, use your Dark Eradicator, special summon it, and activate a few more of your spell cards. Every time it resolves, your opponent starts getting burned for 1,000 damage. This card is really, really good if you're running a Dark Magician heavy deck. This is just another great piece. And last but not least, we have your plain vanilla Dark Magician. But this one's different. It's the Arkana Dark Magician. It's got that red tint to it. It's really good. It's even got its own animation. If you haven't seen it by now within the duels, it is just awesome. This is the one that I want, because I only have 2 Dark Magicians. I wouldn't mind having a third one, and I wouldn't mind that third one being this type of Dark Magician. So you already know what it is. 2,500 attack, 2,100 defense. It's an ultra rare, though. All these other ones were super rares, and you had those other rares and the one normal, but this is the one ultra rare that you can get. So overall, Arkana's got some really, really good drops. Some of them that you've already seen, and some of them that you already could have acquired. But hey, this gives you another chance to try and get some really good, just some really good pieces for your future spellcaster decks, or ones that you're already running now. So overall, this looks like it's going to be a pretty good event. Hopefully everything goes well. It's going to set things up for Marek pretty soon, I'm thinking. That's kind of the whole setup right now, and hopefully by the end of the month we will get an unlockable legendary duelist, which I know people are just clamoring for and are just dying for another legendary duelist that we can unlock and level up and get rewards from. So that's the next thing on our list. So hopefully that's coming up in a few days. Hopefully later on in the month we're going to see that happen, but for now, let's enjoy this event, and hopefully everything goes well. So if you guys have anything that you want to add, any of your experiences with drops or with the deck itself, I'd love to hear from you, so feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk, and I'd love to hear from you. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.